Have you ever felt like your partner's words or moods aren't really about you, yet they hit you deeply? Or maybe you've noticed your own emotions spiraling and then realized you're reacting to something your partner hasn't really said. This is called projection, and in this video, I will show you why it happens and how Imago therapy can help turn it into connection instead of conflict. Projection happens when someone unconsciously places their own feelings or some other unconscious contents onto another person. In relationships, this can look like your partner is feeling insecure and suddenly you feel rejected and not enough. Or you feel anxious, guilty, angry, and later realize it was your own past wound reacting to something small. These emotional triggers are not random. They often reflect wounds from childhood, both yours and your partner's. In Imago therapy, we learn that we choose partners who reflect our early emotional wounds. This means conflicts aren't just fights over what's happening now, they're signals of unresolved patterns from the past. Projection shows up when one partner transfers fear, shame, anger onto the other, consciously but more often unconsciously. So when someone reacts strongly, it may be more about their own inner world than about you. And if we project our own unprocessed feelings onto them, the cycle continues. In a romantic relationship, we unconsciously expect the partner to heal our deepest wounds and fears. From a partner, we often crave exactly what we missed most in childhood. Ironically, we tend to choose someone who will, because of their own traumas and patterns, really struggle to give us those things. For instance, if as a child you longed for more warmth and emotional connection from a distant and cold mother, you will naturally desire that same tenderness from a partner. Yet you will often be attracted to people who are strict, distant, and unavailable. In other words, similar to your mother. The same story repeats itself, along with the same pain, insecurities, and fears, until you become aware of it, process it, and build a different understanding. Until you finally acknowledge your own needs and find ways to meet them, the cycle keeps running. There are various techniques we can use to connect with our deepest needs and find ways to fulfill them. One of them is called structured dialogue, a simple way to transform projections, those old unconscious reactions, into connection and understanding. So let's break it down. In a structured dialogue, we allow partner to share their feelings without us reacting. We repeat and paraphrase what they had just told us, and always check for understanding. We validate, we tell them it's normal and understandable they feel this way. And we give some empathy. So we say something like, I am really sorry this hurt you. Or I can see that this is really important to you. So notice what happens here. Nothing escalates. You don't start defending yourself. You don't start attacking. By simply being truly seen and heard, your feelings come down and the door to real connection opens. Structured dialogue gives couples a safe space to share vulnerable feelings without triggering old fights. You would be surprised how often people simply want to be heard. In Imago, recognizing childhood patterns, which lead into projections, is crucial. And the easiest way to do that is when you notice you react really strongly to something, but rationally you know it shouldn't be such a big deal. Many of these emotional reactions are linked to childhood experiences, not what our partner is doing right now. For example, Anna gets anxious when Mark doesn't respond to her texts immediately. Through Imago therapy, She discovers this reaction comes from childhood experiences of emotional neglect and not from Mark's actions. Now she can pause and say, I notice I'm getting anxious. I always do that when I don't hear from you, but I understand this is coming from my past experiences and it's nothing to do with what you did. Recognizing these patterns transforms the relationship. Instead of blaming, partners can respond with more awareness and empathy, turning triggers into opportunities for deep connection. So, in short, Imago therapy isn't about never arguing. It's about seeing each other clearly, understanding our own patterns, and connecting through vulnerability. So, next time you feel triggered, pause and ask, is this really about what's happening now? Or is it something from my past I'm projecting? And this simple question can change the way you relate forever. Also, try to communicate calmly and do share your feelings and do share your needs without defending yourself and without attacking. Over time, this will help you to stop unconsciously absorbing or projecting emotions and builds trust, empathy, and intimacy. So, projection isn't a flaw, it's a window into emotional patterns and an opportunity for healing. Imago therapy shows us that conflicts don't have to push us apart. They can bring partners closer, help us understand ourselves, and transform old wounds into connection. Remember, your partner's emotions are theirs, and your emotions are yours. But together, you can turn projection into understanding. Thank you for exploring with me. Let me know what you think in the comments.